sponsoring this 4th of July 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration ceremony. Okay, can't hear me? Now you can hear me. Okay. And all those people who made this possible. This includes our first responders and law enforcement, the fire department and rescue units, and we especially would like to thank the Peachtree City Recreation Department and Department of Public Works for all their efforts in planning, scheduling, setting up, taking down, and of course, cleaning up. They've worked tirelessly to ensure we have a wonderful and safe 4th of July. They're an exceptional group of people. Please join me in a round of applause. Oh, and as we finish tonight, please use the trash cans. The Department of Public Works would really be grateful. Okay. Welcome to the Peachtree City celebration of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I am Colonel John Barson, U.S. Army Medical Corps, retired, and the commander of the American Legion Post 50 here in Peachtree City, and I will be your master of ceremonies this evening. And by the way, I also play euphonium. In the Peachtree Wind Ensemble, which will provide music for this celebration. In fact, this is my 27th year with them. Okay, I want to provide a quick overview of the first part of the ceremony. We will begin with the presentation of the colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. There will be a musket firing salute, so it will be quite loud, by the Marquis de Fayette, chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, followed by singing of the national anthem. We do not have a singer for the national anthem, because in this year of the 250th anniversary, we should all sing out our song, Star Spangled Banner, so the world will know who we are. If you've been watching the USA team on the World Cup, you've heard the crowd singing enthusiastically the national anthem. Let's see if Peachtree City can match that. We'll now begin the ceremony. Please rise if you are able for the presentation and posting of the colors. Color Guard, present the colors. The colors being presented today consist of one of the Revolutionary War flags known as the Betsy Ross flag, and the flag representing the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Color Guard, post the colors. Color Guard, dismiss. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fire the salute. Take a second here. Please join the Peachtree Wind Ensemble in the playing and singing of the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Get comfortable. It's definitely a hot evening. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Peachtree City Mayor Pro Tem Suzanne Brown.
On behalf of all of the City Council members, I would like to welcome all of you to the very first time that we've been able to do the fireworks here on Drake Field with citizens actually sitting on the field. It's my pleasure to be here tonight, and I'm so glad that we've all took a big step in braving the hot weather to do this. Hopefully you were at the parade this morning. I think it was a great success, and I'm really proud to be here. Thank you very much.
We'll now have Suzanne Brown and Councilman Clint Walker. Holland, I'm sorry. You want to be Clint Walker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use money.
Clint Holland will do a proclamation for the dedication of the Liberty Tree.
How's everybody doing tonight? Other than hot. Well, look, I'm Clint Holland. 4 years ago, I'm going to give you a short story. 4 years ago, I brought up at the City Council, let's do a 250th anniversary Liberty Tree. And thank goodness I have my council members that are here tonight and the ones that before them, they voted for this. We put it up, and today we're going to dedicate a bronze plaque that's going to be at the Liberty Tree. And if you, on your way out, you'll see the Liberty Tree on the exit here. On the right-hand side is an actual Liberty Tree. We actually, thanks to our city manager, we have two of them, but we got one with a plaque on it that will commemorate the 250th anniversary. And the words of it are, that's okay. I lost the screen. Sorry.
Technology.
Yep. All right. Basically, he's got to look it up again. I lost the screen when he handed it to me. I'm going to read the plaque. You can go and read it yourself on the way out. It talks about what the Liberty Tree was all about. And I think that today we're going to celebrate that in this proclamation that Suzanne is going to start with, and hopefully we'll get the proclamation shortly. There we go. No, I'm sorry, proclamation. This is what's on the dedicated plaque. It says, Mayor Kim, Councilman Clint Holland, Councilman Michael Polachek, Councilwoman Suzanne Brown, and Councilwoman Laura Johnson, daughters of the American Revolution, sons of the American Revolution, American Legion Post 50, veterans of foreign war, Post 9949. Since 1776, veterans have always and will always defend liberty, freedom, and justice. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. And that was a statement from Thomas Jefferson, American founding father. And that's on the plaque. So I hope you all enjoy that.
Proclamation honoring the 250th anniversary of American independence and the Peachtree City Liberty Tree. Whereas on July 4th, 2026, the United States of America commemorates the 250th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, marking 2.5 centuries of freedom, self-governance, and the pursuit of liberty. And whereas the semi-quincentennial provides an opportunity for Americans to reflect upon the courage, sacrifice, and vision of the men and women who secured our nation's independence and establish the principles upon which our democracy was founded. And
whereas among the enduring symbols of the American Revolution was the Liberty Tree in Boston, Massachusetts, which served as a gathering place for the patriots advocating for freedom and self-determination of Americans. Self-determination became a powerful symbol of resistance to tyranny and devotion to liberty. And whereas, although the original Liberty Tree was destroyed by the British during the Revolutionary War, its legacy continues to inspire generations of Americans to cherish and defend the freedoms secured through the sacrifices of those who came before us. And whereas in 2025, the city of Peachtree City, in partnership with the Sons of the American Revolution, the Daughters of the American Revolution, planted a Liberty Tree at City Hall in Peachtree City as a living tribute to the ideals of freedom, resilience, patriotism, and civic responsibility. And whereas the Liberty Tree stands as a lasting reminder of our nation's history and serves as a symbol of the values that unite our community and country. And whereas the city of Peachtree City now unveils a commemorative plaque at the Liberty Tree site to honor the significance of this historic symbol and to ensure future generations understanding and appreciate the sacrifices made in pursuit of liberty and independence. And
whereas the citizens of Peachtree City join communities across the nation in celebrating America's 250th anniversary and recommit themselves to preserving the freedoms, opportunities, and democratic principles that define the United States of America. Now, therefore, I, Suzanne Brown, Mayor Pro Tem, on behalf of the City Council of Peachtree City, do hereby proclaim July 4th, 2026 as America 250 Day and Liberty Tree Commemoration Day in Peachtree City and encourage all residents to reflect upon our nation's history, honor the sacrifices of those who secured our independence, celebrate the blessings of liberty, and participate in activities commemorating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Thank you.
The Declaration of Independence is one of the greatest documents in the history of the world. Signed on July 4th, 1776, we often speak of it and some of what it contains, but we rarely have ever read or heard the entire document. In 1776, it did not have the methods of mass communication we now enjoy. People in the 13 colonies did not know the Declaration had been signed or what it contained. Therefore, copies were sent throughout the land to be read in public places such as town squares, meeting houses, churches, and other public gatherings. For many years, the reading of the Declaration of Independence occurred on the 4th of July at celebrations such as this. For the 250th anniversary of its signing, to demonstrate its importance and to honor those who fought and died to ensure the God-given rights and freedoms it declared were preserved, the women of the Fayette Stars Mills chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution will present the Declaration of Independence.
Good evening and welcome. Today we gather not only to celebrate the birth of America, but also to remember the ideals for which many patriots fought and died. Today is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It is a day to reflect on the enduring promise of liberty, equality, self-government, and human dignity. Generation after generation of Americans have answered the call to defend these principles on battlefields far from home and here on our own soil. We know the following reading is lengthy, and in an age of brief moments and shortened attention, it may seem unusual to hear the Declaration of Independence in its entirety. We believe it is important to hear every word. These are not merely historic sentences preserved on parchment. They are the ideals, grievances, convictions, and promises that shaped our nation. Let us remember, these are the ideals for which brave men and women have served. These are the principles for which many gave their lives, and these are the responsibilities we now carry forward. Please join us in honoring this reading of the Declaration of Independence presented to Congress July 4th, 1776.
When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve political bands which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind require that they should declare causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men were created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter it or abolish it and institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience hath shewn that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter the former systems of government.
The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let the facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the repository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time after such disillusions to cause others to be elected. Thereby, the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise. The state remaining in the meantime exposed to all dangers of invasion from without and convulsions from within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states for the purpose of obstructing the laws of naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance.
He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of a trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war on us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves at their own hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions.
In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They, too, have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must, therefore, acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends.
We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all our political connections between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Thank you.
It's important to understand what happened to a lot of these signers of the Declaration of Independence. If you have a chance, you ought to look it up. A number of them lost everything, including some of their families and things. So this was a very bold action that they took, and they did pledge their lives and their sacred honor and their fortunes. And like I said, a number of them lost them. This concludes the Peachtree City's celebration of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and we move on to the musical concert by the Peachtree Wind Ensemble. Okay. I'll be doing MC for this. I'll also be taking the mic in the back so I can play. So you'll have the phantom announcer going. I'd like to welcome you to the Peachtree Wind Ensemble's 4th of July celebration concert. We look forward to sharing many of our patriotic favorites and popular music. Tonight's performance will be conducted by Dr. Michelle Thomas, Dr. Michelle Thomas. Our co-conductor, Alan Armstrong, could not be with us due to a medical illness, and we wish him a speedy recovery. The first piece you heard earlier this evening was the national anthem, The Star-Spangled Banner, with music by John Stafford Smith and lyrics by Francis Scott Key, and arranged by Peachtree City Wind Ensemble's own Bill Greenhall. We begin the evening with the music Cyrus the Great Persian March by Carl L. King. This is one of the composer's most distinctive marches, originally written in 1921 and inspired by a Persian ruler, Cyrus the Great, the work evokes an exotic and dramatic atmosphere through its use of minor key melodies, bold rhythms, and powerful and low brass writing. Unlike many traditional American marches, Cyrus the Great features dark tonal colors and an almost mysterious character reflecting its Persian theme, indicative of an ancient Persian empire whose military conquests established one of the history's great empires. The piece showcases the technical brilliance throughout the ensemble while maintaining the energetic spirit and precision for which King's music is celebrated. God Bless America, words and music by Irving Berlin and arranged by Paul Jennings, is one of the most beloved patriotic songs in American history. Written in 1918 and revised in 1938, the song was first introduced by singer Kate Smith for an Armistice Day radio broadcast. Berlin, an immigrant who came to the United States as a child, wrote the song as an expression of gratitude and hope for his adopted homeland. Combining the warmth of a hymn and the spirit of a patriotic anthem, God Bless America has become a symbol of unity, gratitude, and national pride. Frequently performed in concerts and sporting events and civic celebrations, the song continues to inspire audiences with its message of faith, hope, and appreciation for the freedoms and opportunities found in America. The melody will be played twice. Please sing the lyrics if you choose. Benny Goodman, the King of Swing, is an energetic concert medley arranged by Paul Murtha that celebrates the music of legendary bandleader and clarinetist Benny Goodman. Goodman helped launch the swing era in the mid-1930s, bringing jazz and big band music to mainstream audiences and earning the title King of Swing. This arrangement features some of his most famous hits, including Let's Dance, Stompin' at the Savoy, Moonglow, and Sing, 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 capturing the excitement and the style of the golden age of swing. Through vibrant rhythms, driving percussion, and colorful scoring, Mirtha recreates the infectious energy that made Goodman's Orchestra one of the most popular bands of its time. This tribute showcases the spirit of swing music, its rhythmic vitality, improvisational character, and irresistible appeal, while honoring a musician whose influence helped shape the history of American jazz. Sorry about that. My mic tried to escape. Got caught up in the music. Composed in 1889, the Washington Post March is one of the most famous and enduring works by the legendary American bandmaster and composer John Philip Sousa. Commissioned by the Washington Post newspaper for an essay contest awards ceremony in Washington, D.C., the march quickly gained national and international popularity after its premiere by the United States Marine Band under Sousa's direction. Its lively melodies and energetic rhythms became closely associated with the popular two-step dance craze of the late 19th century, helping earn Sousa the title of the March King. Marches were not just for people marching. Dancing to the march was very popular, and let's face it, no one will buy sheet music to march to. But they will buy sheet music to dance to, and that's how the march's composers made a living. Featuring brilliant brass fanfares, spirited woodwind passages, and a memorial trio section, the Washington Post exemplifies the craftsmanship and excitement that characterizes Sousa's music. More than a century after its debate, the march remains a staple of concert band repertoire and a beloved symbol of America's rich musical heritage. Now is the time to celebrate those who have and continue to protect the freedoms we enjoy. The U.S. military was actually formed about over a year before the Declaration of Independence, started with the Massachusetts militia firing the shot heard round the world at Lexington and Concord. Salute to the Armed Forces, arranged by Yari Villanueva, is a stirring patriotic melody that honors the men and women of the United States military through the official service songs of each branch. The work presents these familiar melodies in Department of Defense protocol order: Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard, creating a musical tribute to generations of service members. This will probably be the first time most of you have heard the song of our newest military branch, the Space Force, so listen closely. Energetic and inspiring and deeply respectful, this audience favorite is often featured as a finale of patriotic concerts. We invite you all to stand when yours or your family member's service song of their branch is performed, making this both a celebration of military heritage and a meaningful opportunity to recognize veterans and active duty military personnel. If you want to sing along with your favorite service song, please do. At the end of this selection, we will ask the men and women of the Peachtree Wind Ensemble who have served in our military to please stand. Peachtree Wind Ensemble members of the military, please stand. Few patriotic songs have become so closely associated with American pride as God Bless the USA. Written and made famous by Lee Greenwood, Eric Osterling's accessible concert band arrangement makes this song's inspiring memory and heartfelt message to young and old musicians and audiences alike. The familiar tune unfolds of warmth and dignity, building to a powerful and uplifting conclusion. Since its release in 1984, the song has become a staple of patriotic celebrations, honoring the freedoms and opportunities enjoyed by Americans. Osterling's arrangement captures a spirit of gratitude, unity, and national pride that has made this enduring favorite a meaningful part of concerts across the country. Pop and rock legends. Chicago, arranged by John Watson, is an exciting concert band medley that celebrates the signature sound of the legendary rock band Chicago, whose innovative blend of rock, jazz, and powerful brass writing helped define popular music in the 1970s. Watson captures the energy and spirit of the group's iconic horn-driven style in a fast-paced collection of 4 of their best-known hits: Make Me Smile, Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is, Saturday in the Park, and 25 or 6 to 4. The song Saturday in the Park has a special meaning today because it is Saturday. We are in a park, and yes, it is the 4th of July. And I do believe there is a man selling ice cream, but I don't know if he can sing an Italian song. This arrangement showcases the bold brass fanfares, memorable melodies, and rhythmic excitement while remaining accessible to developing musicians. Sit back and enjoy these classical songs brought to life in a colorful and entertaining tribute to one of rock music's most influential bands. Well, it has been a pretty hot day, and I bet you would all like to go find a way to cool down. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. A number of years ago, when the Peachtree Wind Ensemble used to play for the Peachtree City 4th of July celebration, we found a way to cool down by taking everyone on a sleigh ride. Sleigh Ride was composed by Leroy Anderson in 1948 and captures the excitement and imagination of a weather adventure through its lively rhythms, bright melodies, and playful orchestration. Although often associated with the holiday season, this piece celebrates the joy and fun of a carefree journey, bring a little winter to the warmth of a July day or the heat of a July day. So we're just all going to go on a really nice, cool sleigh ride. Oh, you all feel a little cooler now? One of America's most beloved patriotic hymns, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, comes from the stirring melody by William Steff with the powerful words of Julia Ward Howe, written during the Civil War. Peter J. Wilhowski's celebrated arrangement, made famous through performances by major choirs and military ensembles, transformed some familiar hymn into a dramatic musical statement filled with rich harmonies, dynamic contrasts, and a triumphal conclusion. Jane Nielsen's concert band setting faithfully captures the grandeur and emotional impact of Wachowski's version, showcasing the full sonority of the wind band. From its reflective opening to its majestic final strains, this enduring arrangement remains a favorite for patriotic concerts and ceremonial occasions, celebrating themes of courage, unity, and national pride. Composed in 1893, John Philip Sousa's The Liberty Bell March is a spirited patriotic march inspired by the famous symbol of American independence. Known for its bold melodies, strong rhythms, and triumphant style, the piece reflects Sousa's gift of creating music that celebrates pride, tradition, and national spirit. We don't have a bell for this performance, but we do have a piece of Americana to simulate a bell. Could I have a demonstration of our bell, please? That's what you'll be hearing. There you have it, a genuine 1994 F-150 brake drum. Can't get more American than that. Ladies and gentlemen, Sousa's The Liberty Bell. We closed our program today with two of the most iconic and patriotic pieces used in any musical program. America the Beautiful, written by Samuel Augustus Ward and arranged for band by Carmen Dragon, is one of the most beautiful and most cherished patriotic American songs. Celebrating the nation's natural beauty, shared ideals, and enduring spirit, the hymn has inspired generations since its publication in the late 19th century. The melody will be played twice. Please join in the singing of the words to tell the world about the wonderful place we live, the United States of America. Thanks you for joining us in today's event. If you have enjoyed our performance, please follow us on www.peachtreewindensemble.org. We can find information about our organization and our concert schedule. Our next free concert will be on Sunday, October 11th, 2026, at 3 p.m. at the Peachtree City United Methodist Church at 225 Robinson Road. The Peachtree Wind Ensemble is a nonprofit organization under Section 501c3, funded by members' dues and donations. The Stars and Stripes Forever is one of John Philip Sousa's most favorite marches, and the official national march of the United States. Known for its stirring melodies, brilliant brass writing, and dazzling piccolo obbligato, the march embodies the energy, optimism, patriotic spirit that made the Sousa known as the March King. It remains a beloved finale of concerts and celebrations across America. What better way to take our nation into the next 250 years? Ladies and gentlemen, the Stars and Stripes Forever. Ladies and gentlemen, your Peachtree Wind Ensemble. We in the Wind Ensemble wish you a very happy 4th of July, and God bless you all, and God bless America. On to the drone show and the fireworks.